Hey, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. See, you brought some people with you. Close the door behind you. Grab yourself something to drink out of the fridge. Have a seat. There's plenty of room. I asked you over here today because I wanna take a look at something. We're gonna watch the master Neil Peart. It's a drum cam video of Red Barchetta by Rush, and this is on the YouTube channel. Bill Wilson put this up 7 months ago. Clearly, this is older footage than that, since God rest his soul, Neil passed 4 years ago. But I'm in the mood for more Rush. In the mood. You catch the connection there. The song from their first album. And I really, in particular, I don't think enough people are featuring his drum playing other than drum solos. And I don't want to call it just drum playing, because he is a composer on drums. He's a composer of lyrics for the band, but he also sonically composes the rhythm section as well. And a lot of the things that he does, especially with that group where there's three guys, they're not only playing their main instruments, but they're using their hands and feet to play electronic instruments as well. That's something not many people, not many reactors catch on to when you see them on stage, and you watch them, and you see their foot, their leg moving a little bit as they're standing. They're actually triggering electronic keyboard or triggers for other sounds. So they're playing with their hands and feet. Neil often has these triggers in his kit and also with his feet, that he has to, at the right time, trigger a certain sound or a certain sample. So it's just so fascinating. They've always fascinated me that way, in their integrity, and with his lyrics, they're always good. I may not agree specifically with his worldview, but his love of life and treating the individual with respect always comes through in not only their music, but lyrically, and how it's. I don't think they've ever written an offensive song, that way. They don't need to, because that's not what they're about. They're true human beings, and I've read his books. I've listened to all of their material, studied the lyrics, all of that. So I'm very, very well versed in this. And of course, this wonderful song, Red Barchetta, from Moving Pictures. And I want to watch him in his craft. And I love that there's some of these drum cam videos out there. And I want to share it with you guys. So thanks for coming over for this. And I just got done with a wonderful workout. I'm relaxing. I'm listening to some music. I have my friends with me here. You guys, Chords Notes Nation, right? And if you forgot my name, I'm Brian, because some of you may be new. Check out all my other reaction playlists if you're here for Rush. I've done some. I'm going to be doing more. It's difficult for me to react to music that I know so well, because most people like the blind reactions, something you haven't heard before. But, I think at this point, I'm willing to go into music that I know well, because there may be something I can add to it that maybe you don't see, that you don't know, or that will just amplify the experience. But please check out the description box below for ways to follow the channel and to support the channel. I've talked too long because the TV's going to sleep. Now let's get started. Red Barchetta. Here we go. Notepad. Oh. What's that bass? those of you who aren't familiar with these drum cam videos, you're not going to hear the rest of the band very well, mic'd very well, because the specific purpose of this is to isolate the drums. You will hear in more of a muffled way the rest of the music, so you understand the song, but you're not going to hear it as well. So that is the nature of these drum cam videos. Let's start over. I just love watching him play, how fluid, precise, and composed the rhythm is. So quick with those fills. I love those sips on the hi-hat. Chooses a different slash symbol each time. So quick. So quick. Look at that. Okay. Right? A little different. A little humor they put in their songs. I love that alternate. So on the downstroke, he's hitting the bell of the ride, and then there's that pause off the ride, and in between, he's hitting the snare. So it's ding, cat, ding, cat, ding, cat. And I just love the groove it creates, how he does that. drum just rolling in there, just a couple of quick hits. That's just really tight, and I like that rhythmical composition. You've got the bell of the ride, you've got the snare, and then you've got that quick double hit on the bass. That's tight. Nice. That's awesome. That was awesome. I love that. I love that. I love that. And you know, the song itself, compositionally, it's one of those songs that begins and ends the same way. So it's bookended really nice, and then it does follow kind of the standard bell curve to where you're building the tension and then resolving the tension, and it's a story, you know. And so they are storytellers. They always have been storytellers, and they take their craft, always have taken their craft seriously in that manner, and they've pushed themselves musically into different limits, in different avenues, and adding different textures and components to what they do, but always having that truly identifiable Rush sound. Now with Neil, he was one of the main cogs. I mean, you can't really say, oh, it was his band, or it was someone, you know, it was Geddy's band or Alex's band. They functioned as a unit, and each one of them being a virtuoso, and they allowed each other enough space to be able to coexist and all be virtuosos. And I know during the 80s, certain period in the 80s, there was some tension there because Alex's guitars were being a little bit more diminished as Geddy's needs for synthesizers came to the forefront. But they were able to resolve that, and even now when they, not now, but even at the end of their career, when they were reviving some of those old songs and playing them, they got rid of the majority of the keyboards, and they allowed Alex's guitars to take that space up sonically a little bit more, and it's a really cool, almost a rearrangement in that sense. But as far as Neil is concerned, you know, he's somebody who took his craft extremely seriously. He was a student of life, but he was definitely a student of drums and rhythms, Somebody who even 30 years into his career went on and took drum lessons from Freddie Gruber. He took lessons from a couple guys, but he was the student, and he would apply all these different rhythmical textures to the songs. Things I don't even know. I mean, I barely know anything about drums, but as I've heard him talk about drums and how he approaches his compositional, he puts a philosophy behind what he's trying to communicate, and but he keeps it humble because he said at the end of the day he's just getting paid to hit things with sticks, in sort of a tongue-in-cheek way. He said that, but that's basically what you're doing. You're hitting things with sticks, but you're making rhythmical sounds. And you can have a drummer that's just drumming and putting together a cool groove. Boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, ga. But when you start adding different textures and rhythms from different types of cultural rhythms and you put it into your music, and you don't even know that the drummer's doing that. That's the thing, is that they're so fluid at, and I keep saying they because it really is a group, but he is so fluid at being able to introduce rhythmical ideas that unless you're a student of rhythm, you wouldn't even know what you're, oh, that's this, that's something from samba, or that's something from some sort of African rhythmic idea, or Indonesian, or whatever the case may be. And that's the beauty of Rush, is that they were able to eclectically mix all of these things, make it their own sound, and you wouldn't even know that. So true mastery, and definitely musically, the world misses, but we've been blessed to have just so much material from him and them, that it's a lifetime of enjoyment. I know, because I'll never, ever, ever get tired of it. And my remote, there we go. All right, I'm out on this one. Please join me for more. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I will talk to you later.